Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, Tree finds herself in another time loop. However, this time, it's in an alternate dimension. Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, Tree finds herself in another time loop. Unfortunately, this time... Wait, didn't I do this before? Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror... Hey, wait a second. What the hell's going on? Tonight on the 31 Nights of... Stop that! Stop that! What the... Tonight on the 30... Stop it! Oh my god! Tonight's movie, Happy Death Day to You.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. The Year of Infamy. Yeah. Anyways, tonight, what are we, like, episode 18? We're in there somewhere. Anyways, we're moving along on this wonderful Halloween Fright Fest. And tonight, I thought, you know what? We've had quite a bit of the old movies. Time for something more, I don't say contemporary. And I did a review of the first part of this two-part movie collection. I don't want to say collection. Anyways, this is going to be a sequel to a movie that I reviewed earlier in one of my 31 Nights of Halloween Horrors. Link, thing, whatever, notification, pop thing, whatever is going to be around. Anyways, drinking game. Anytime I say anyways, you're already drunk. Anyways, see? Everyone's dead. Call 911 because you need your stomach pumped because you are alcohol poisoning all over the place. Anyway, I keep saying it too. Shoot. Well, let's get on with it. So tonight's movie is Happy Death Day to You. Happy Death Day to You. So what is Happy Death Day to You about? Well, it takes place immediately after Happy Death Day. But instead of it being the girl living days over and over again, it's actually the Asian roommate of the girl's new best friend. My God, I can't get people's names. I just give up. Anyways, so of course he starts having days repeat, and they find out that it might have something to do with his little science project, his science thesis, whatever it is. It's some sort of thing that starts to bend space-time and everything, and he finds out that the person trying to kill him is actually, well, it's a spoiler in a way, so I'm not going to say anything, but eventually what happens is that our protagonist from the first film is thrown into an alternate reality where now she is reliving the day again and again and again and again, just like before, but things are different. This time, her mother's still alive. This time, certain people aren't trying to kill her, like last movie. And also, like, her boyfriend is not dating her, but dating her insufferable sorority house head. And so it's up to her to convince everyone that she's in the wrong universe as well as in a time loop, and try to figure out how to fix everything and stop the whole situation from spiraling into an infinite loop and messing with all the timelines and stuff like that. So yeah, basically the plot of the movie, oh yeah, there's also someone trying to kill her and other people, so I'll get into that later. So let's get into the scores, shall we? Violence and gore, I am going to give it a 2 out of 5. Look, yes, there's violence in there, but the gore effects are one of those really cheap, fake, like there's this thing where she jumps out of an airplane in a bikini and she lands and splatters, but it's so fake. It's so fake and it's so obvious CG blood splatter that it's almost insulting. So, you know what? 2 out of 5, but honestly, don't do that shit. Stop with the fake CG blood unless you can make it look really good, because there's only some few instances where it works. And this is not one of them. Anyways, 2 out of 5. I mean, there is a lot of death going on, but yeah, 2 out of 5. Moving on to a shock value, there's actually a couple nice jump scares in the movie. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. Also, the shock value of, like, the reveal of what's going on and who the first killer is well, you know, pretty shocking. So I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. Moving on to plot, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 because it's an interesting concept. The thing that was great about the first one was that you didn't know why it was happening in certain aspects, and having this kind of explain it is sort of a betrayal in a way of that first movie, because I think that first movie works well as just, you know, it happened somehow. We don't know why, but it just happened somehow, and leaving that in the dark really somewhat enhances the mysterious aspects of that whole movie. This one, it sort of takes away some of that magic, but I find that it's an interesting take, an interesting direction to go with it, and I think it was fairly well done and above average. So I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. Going on to acting, I'm also giving it a 3 out of 5. While some of the acting is just really just subpar, and I'm looking at you ancillary characters, just a little, just just turn it down, especially the stereotypical acting. Just tone it down a little bit. Just tone it down. We might get a little bit even. I know they're playing this one more for laughs, and we're gonna get to that. But yeah, it's just a little much. So 3 out of 5. Moving on to Nudity, 0 out of 5. Once again, not as teasy as the first one, where she supposedly takes a whole day where she's walking around naked, but you know, you only see her shoulders. I mean, you know, at least it wasn't as teasy. She had a bikini this time when she was falling out, but still, just, you know, whatever. PG-13, just. Sometimes I wish PG-13 didn't exist. Or there should be a law. Like, if you make a horror movie, it can't be PG-13. I don't know. Anyways. Moving on. So, 0 out of 5. Moving on. Enjoyment factor is a 3 out of 5. Look, I enjoyed this movie a lot and probably would have given it like a 4 out of 5. But the thing is that it just sort of... Just gave up on the horror elements. I mean, at the beginning, sure, it was a little bit, but as it was going, it was more about science fiction comedy. And it was played mainly for laughs. And that killed all the tension. I mean, killed all of the suspense, and just was like a comedy movie. And look, it was an enjoyable comedy movie. I like it. It's a good movie, I would say, you know, as a comedy, but it just sort of just betrayed the horror premise of the original to just be like this weird comedy where, oh, by the way, escape killer, baby face mask thing going on. That's sort of just, you know, there, but honestly doesn't really feel like a threat, doesn't feel scary. It feels a little played out, actually, by the end of the movie. So yeah, it's still enjoyable, and I would recommend watching it if you want something that is sort of like a little bit dark comedy. Then this would be it, especially if you've watched the first one. But if you love the first one because of the horror elements and you wanted more of that, you're going to be very disappointed in this. So yeah, it's a 3 out of 5. My overall impression of the movie is also a 3 out of 5. Like it's a well put together movie that has an interesting plot, some decent acting, some good characters. It's funny. It's genuinely funny and genuinely entertaining. So it does do its job. It's just disappointing because of its sort of just pivot to hot straight comedy. Look, like Evil Dead 2 did that, but also kept a lot of horror elements and a lot of blood and gore. So, you can do it, but you also need to keep you in that sort of, death, deadliest, stuff like that. I mean, there was still stakes and tension in Evil Dead 2, even though there was a lot of comedy in that. The stakes and the tension really feel just kind of flat, and that is what it is. So 3 out of 5. Look, decent scores for that, but honestly disappointing because of just why the pivot from the one, which was really good, really intense, kind of give you that horror edge, that suspense that you like, and that tension, and this just throws it out the window. Anyway, so there it is, 3 out of 5. That averages out to a 2.3 out of 5, which is lower than Byleth's average, but Byleth, because they just threw a whole shitload of tits, as well as some nice acting performances. Anyway, so there you have it. Happy Death Day to you. What did you think in the comment section below? Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? You like it better as more of a sci-fi comedy with some dark elements? I don't know. I mean, it's a fine movie. It's an enjoyable movie. It's just I wanted it to be different. Anyways, so don't forget to rate, subscribe, ring the notification bell, blah, 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 all the YouTube jazz that you're not going to do anyways because you're not even here listening or watching this video anymore because no one gets past like minute 130 whatever in these reviews. So I mean, I could just say whatever I want, gobbly gobbly goobly boobly doobly goobly, and all that stuff. Anyways, and maybe it's because I'm a little insane too, but so anyways, that is the end of tonight's episode. Thank you for joining me with the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. And remember to stay scary, Internet. And as always, if you find yourself in a repeated time loop, the best thing to do is to spend all your money and get some airfare and go to like the Caribbean or something because it's beautiful. It's beautiful in the Caribbean. And, you're going to die at the end of the day anyways. You might as well do it in paradise, right? I don't know. I just, I went there. It was great. Anyways, so, plus, or actually, no, like, go west. Go west so that you extend your life by several hours. Like, so go to Hawaii, right? I think, internationally, like Hawaii. So go to Hawaii. You'll have lived longer in this day because I don't know if it's like midnight Eastern Standard Time or what, or if it's midnight wherever you are in whatever. I don't know what happens if you pass the international date line and you go to tomorrow. Do you just die on the plane? Does someone murder you on the plane? I mean, that's just crazy shit. Anyways, I don't know. I'm getting way out in the weeds here. So, stay scary, Internet.